Hey everyone, Mr. MC here. This is God for Suzuka circuit with the Honda NSX, and let's get this started by mentioning that we're on the sports medium tires. Brake balance is at -1 or 1 to the front. And as you start your lap, bring yourself all the way to the left side of the track so you can give yourself a bit more distance to gather a bit more speed. And you also want to be pretty patient with this car. It is kind of understeery, so you're going to have moments where you just let the car coast, so no braking or throttle, so it can actually turn. Your first braking point is before you pass the 100-meter board, so brake hard for a while. As you pass the path that is on the left, that's when you turn in and start to do a lot of braking control, so easing off of the brakes so you can turn in, and then use a bit more braking to slow down. And as you approach the second turn, that's when you want to start to let the car coast for a moment so it can continue to turn in and gradually accelerate. For the S's, it's mostly about throttle control, although there are a couple of turns where you may want to just use a little dab on the brakes, just trying to get the car to turn in a bit more. This right turn, you also want to dab on the brakes. And as you exit the S's, you want to lift off of throttle once again so the car can turn in a bit more and you don't end up going off track. Now for Degners 1 and 2, you want to be pretty careful over here. So brake before you pass the 50-meter board, brake hard for a short moment, quickly ease off of the brakes as you turn in, and then brake before the curb on the left ends. Stay on third gear, let the car do the rotation, get it pointing towards the next section of the track before you start to fully accelerate. Then you want to brake before the curb on the right ends. You can actually brake just a tiny bit earlier than I do. Go down to second gear, slowly ease off of the brakes as you turn in, and just gradually get on the throttle so the car doesn't generate any wheel spin. Eventually, you're going to want to make your way towards the right side of the track as you eventually approach the spoon curves. So just stay on the right side of the track. You're braking just after you pass the 100-meter board. Brake hard for a while. Carefully ease off of the brakes as you turn in. Just take your time getting on the throttle as the car takes its time turning in. A bit of braking control before the curb on the right ends. Just let the car coast for a moment, let it turn in a bit more before you start to fully accelerate. Now we're going to be going flat out through here for a while, but we do need to brake for 130R. So you're going to move on over towards the right side of the track. Look for the 100-meter board as you're going to brake just as you pass it. So brake right around here, brake hard for a short moment, quickly ease off of the brakes as you turn in and get on the throttle as soon as you can. Avoid the green turf on the right and brake in between the 150 and the 100-meter board, so around 130 meters. That's when you want to start to slow down. Bring yourself down to second gear, ease off of the brakes as you turn in, and you can actually take advantage of the tealish area that I've highlighted right here that is still considered on track limits, so you can ease on the throttle as you navigate your way through the final part of the chicane. Bring yourself all the way to the right side of the track if you have a good lap time, and you are good to go.